Okay, so we're going to start off with my favorite stretch. Just a little bit. Sorry, guys. Just want to make sure that I can actually. Good. Okay. Going to start off on our backs. Hands out to the side. Just going to loosen up that lower back. So we're squeezing the knees together and we're dropping them from side to side, nice and controlled. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so staying on the floor, we're going to roll onto our sides. You're going to extend your top leg. You're going to straighten it out. You're going to take your arm that's on the floor and grab onto your knee. So the idea is to use the arm to help pull the knee so that it stays on the floor. Okay, and then we're going to do thoracic reach arounds. So starting in front, we're going to reach around, keeping our hand on the floor as much as we can, making our way around, and then back forward again. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to do the other side. Same thing, one leg straight, knee on the floor. Going to reach around and through, trying to keep that knee on the floor. 2, 3, 4, last one, and 5. Okay, next up you're going to grab your dowel and we are going to place the dowel behind our necks. Feet are in the position that you would usually do if you were to do a good morning. Okay, so from here, I'll show you from an angle. From here, you're going to hip hinge forward. Try to keep those shins as straight as you can. And then you're going to rotate and switch. Okay, try and keep those knees from caving in. Try and keep the knees soft but engaged. And we're going to do 20 rotations, okay? So that's already 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, keeping the dowel, we're going to keep focusing on the thoracic for a little bit. So we're going to kneel. So you're going to sit on your in a kneeling position, and then from here, going to place the dowel behind our necks again, and then we're going to do a little bit of a turn, and then we're going to twist to the side, but very importantly, we're going to twist out of the mid back and not the lower back. So the difference would be, if I show you from the front, this is me out of my lower back. This is me out of my mid back. You guys see the difference here? I'm completely like driving my hip to the side. We don't want that. We want to focus on the middle back, okay? So rotating slightly to the side, pulling in the stomach, and a side bend out of the mid back. Then we're going to rotate even further, right to the maximum position. that you can rotate, and then you're going to side bend again. Okay. Now for the other side, same thing, little bit of a rotation, side bend, big rotation, and a side bend. Okay, so that was one set. We're going to do 4 sets. So a little bit rotation, side bend, max rotation, side bend, switch to the other side, little rotation, side bend, max rotation, side bend. Okay, little rotation, side bend, max rotation, side bend, switch sides, little rotation, side bend, maximum position, side bend. Okay, one last time, little rotation, side bend, max rotation, side bend, and little rotation, side bend, max rotation, and a side bend. Okay, so thoracic's feeling nice and loosey-goosey. Now we're going to focus a little bit, well, still a little bit on the thoracic, but more focused on the shoulders as well. My favorite stretch, this you should know by now, is the swimmer. So we're going to do 3 swimmers, and we're going to do it at a 20-second pace. So from the back to here is 10 seconds, and then back is 10 seconds. We're going to do that 3 times, okay? So this is now where you can use your little towel. Place it on the floor, rest your head on it. Try and relax your lower body, so we don't want to go into an arch or Superman. Hands on the back, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, shake it out a little bit. Gonna go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wowza. To do those and counts is quite challenging. Okay. Staying on the floor on our stomachs, we're going to now grab our dowel, and we are going to do behind the neck presses. So we're going to rest our forehead on the towel. You're going to grab the dowel just outside of shoulder width. You're going to extend your arms forward. You're going to lift the dowel up, and then you're going to pull it back past your neck to your shoulders or to your back, forward and down. Just have to reposition myself a little bit because I keep hitting the couch. Okay, and we are going to do 5 of these, but we're going to do them nice and controlled, okay? So, lifting up, down behind the back, forward and down. That's 1. That's 2. 3. 4, and then 1 more. 5. Okay, so you can put the dowel to the side for now. And your little towel. your dowel and your towel. Then we're going to do a quadruped arm side rock. So essentially we've taken the shoulder through its different ranges now, and now we just want to stretch out basically the pectoral muscle, the front side of the deltoid here. So in your quadruped position, so on your knees, your hands are going to be slightly wider this time, and you're going to play around with where your hands have to go, because this is going to depend on the length of your arms. But what we're going to do is, staying on our knees, staying in a high position, we're going to lean to the side. I really have to draw. And you're going to push your shoulder to the floor. Okay? And then the other side, you'll notice as soon as you drop your hips, you don't feel, at least I do, don't feel as much of a stretch in my shoulders anymore. So it's important to keep the hips high. Okay, so at your own pace, we're going to do 20 rocks, okay? Okay, I'm halfway, I'm at 10. $19 and $20. Okay. Next up, we're going to do crab lifts. This is a little bit of everything. It's hip flexors, lower back, squeezing the glutes, but specifically it stretches out the shoulders. So we're going to place our feet in front of you, and then you're going to place your hands behind you with your fingers pointing backwards. Okay? And then from here, we're going to raise our hips to the ceiling and get a good stretch on those arms. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to come back down. Then we're going to rotate our hands so that our fingers are now pointing to the sides. Okay? And we're going to do it again. Up we go. 1, 2, 3. We're going to make our way down. We're going to rotate our hands. Have our fingers now point towards our body. Same thing. Up we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Again, fingers pointing towards the back. So away from your body. Up we go. 3, 2, 1. Back down. Fingers to the side. Up. 3, 2, 1. Back down. Fingers to the front or towards your body. Up we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I could feel the difference between the first and the second round. The second round, it was way easier for me to get up, less of a pull in the shoulders. Okay. Now we're going to go into more of a hold. So we're going to do a pigeon stretch. We're going to hold it for 45 seconds. And then we're immediately going into a dynamic movement. So hold the pigeon when the 45 seconds are up. I'll explain what we do after that. Okay, so for the pigeon, you want to try and have your front leg be perpendicular to your body, so as straight as possible. Okay, if you have to, you can bend it a little bit. Okay, and then from here, we're just going to go down into the pigeon, and you can go as flat as you want to, or as if you are able to. And we're just going to hold this for 45 seconds. That's 30 seconds, so another 15. Three, 2, 1. Okay. Now what we're going to do is, staying in the pigeon, we're going to go into a down dog. Okay, so the first time I read this was like, what? What we're going to do is it brings in another stretch on the leg. So it's not so much about opening those shoulders when you press it through, but it's about the leg. So hands on the floor in front of your foot, the back toe, you're pressing into the floor, and we're just going to go into a down dog. Keeping this foot on the floor, and you're going to come back down, and then we're going to do it again. You're going to do it 5 times, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 more, and 5. Okay. Then we're going to switch, and we're going to hold it for 45 seconds on the other leg, on the other side.
This one is really hard.
Yes, it is. Okay, 45 seconds. That's 30 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. We're going to go into our down dogs, and we're going to do 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Next up, we're going to still focus on the hips. We're going to do prone hip CIRs. So prone just means we're going to be lying on the floor. And initially, this doesn't look so difficult, but it kind of is. So what we're going to do is you're going to lie flat on your stomach, arms wherever you need them to be. Then we are going to bring the foot up off the floor. And then you're going to rotate and place it next to you here, which doesn't seem so difficult. Then we have to take it back again, here, okay? And then we're going to do 10. For me, the most difficult part is when I'm here to pick it up off the floor. I find that you'll see my arm on this side. I really have to press into the floor. Otherwise, I can't get this leg off the floor. So let's see how you guys do. Let's start. So heel up, knee out to the side, put the foot on the floor, relax it completely, and bring it back. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done. Okay, now for the other side. So I find it a little bit easier if I keep my hands out in the form of a cross. I don't know if that helps you. Okay. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Okay, my squeaky voice is kicking in, so I need to take a sip of water. Man, those heat CRs always get me. Okay, because we're having so much fun with the hips, we're going to continue. So next up, we're going to do quadruped hip extensions and abductions. So in your quadruped position, it's going to be fun. You're going to extend your leg out, and then you're going to bring it around, and you're going to go back out again, or back in line again, okay? The idea is that when you bring it here, I'll show you from the front as well. Oh, I'm going to have to go a little bit up to the side. Try and keep it nice and parallel to the hips. If you can only do this, that's fine. Here and back. Okay. We're going to do 10 per side. Okay. And let's go. Oh yeah, one more thing, guys. Try not to sway, try not to cheat by leaning too much to one side with your hips. Try and keep the hips still, okay? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Oh boy. I'm feeling stuff in places I didn't even know I had. Okay, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Fun times, okay. Next up, I think we're almost through the worst of it. Next up, well, unless you have tight hamstrings, then you're going to enjoy the next one. We are going to do a hip flexor hamstring combo. So we did these last week as well. So pretty much in a lunge position. Let me do it this way around. Okay. We're going to start off by tilting the hips. So that tilt where you bring your hip and your ribs closer together, okay, by tilting the hip. Then keeping that position, squeezing the butt, you're going to lean forward, and immediately I feel a pull here in my hip flexor, okay? I'm going to hold that for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And from here, we're going to lean back. We're going to stretch out this leg, and we're going to lean forward with a proud chest, flat back, so that we pull in our hamstring, okay? And then we're going to hold that for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back to tilting the pelvis, squeezing the butt, leaning forward, feeling the pull. 3, 2, 1, and switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tilt the hip, lean forward, squeeze the butt. 3, 2, 1, and back into the hamstring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hip flexor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hamstring. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. I'm going to switch. Tilt the pelvis and forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tilt the pelvis, lean forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hamstring. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hamstring. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hamstring. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, now you can grab your dowel. And we are going to do a 90-90 back leg dowel pry-up. So that's a mouthful. Essentially what it means is you're going to go into a 90-90, meaning my front knee is 90 degrees and my knee to the side is 90 degrees. Then you're going to take your dowel. You're going to place one end underneath your foot. Flip it around underneath your foot and the other part underneath your knee. So now you'll see that everything's nice and lined up. The front part of the dowel is on my front foot. My knee is on the dowel and my foot is on the dowel. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to manually force this leg up by pulling the dowel up. Okay. And then we're going to hold it there for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to go back down. And then we're going to do 15 per side. Okay. Only take the dowel to where it doesn't hurt, okay? Uncomfortable is okay, but it shouldn't hurt, okay? Especially if you've got tight hips. You might only be able to get a little bit off the floor. That's fine. Just take it to your own range, okay? Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Down, that's 1. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, last one, 15. Okay. For the other side, again into your 90-90s, dowel underneath the foot, the knee, top of the other foot. Okay. Wait, get my 90. Okay. I'm always so a little bit dumb on my left side. I'm right-handed, so everything left is a little silly. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, last one, and 15. Hips are feeling nice and loose, or stretched out, I guess. That's good. Okay. Next up, assisted pancake mobilizations. So this is where this little dowel or stick is handy because I can pull it out, make it a little longer. So you're going to sit with your legs as far apart as you can get it. Okay. So that's why I said it's handy if you have a longer one. If your dowel is too short and the distance between your feet is too much for the dowel, you can do manual walkout. So you can sit up straight, you can walk forward, and you can walk back, okay, with your hands. If you're like me and you're really quite tight in the inner thighs, then you can place the dowel around your feet. And then we're going to pull on the dowel and pull our chest forward. Very importantly, though, is that we don't round our back and pull ourselves forward. It's still a proud chest, and then we pull ourselves forward. Remember, everything still comes out of a proud chest, except when it doesn't. Okay. We're going to do 15 of these, okay? And we're going to just hold it in that front position for a second or two. Okay, so everybody's ready, let's go. 1, spread them out a little bit more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Wow, well, that was very uncomfortable and unpleasant. Okay. Okay, we can put the dial to the side. Next up, we are just going to stretch out our quads a little bit. So we're just going to do a normal layback quad stretch. So you're going to fold your leg around, try and keep your knees together, and the whole idea is to keep this knee on the floor, okay? It shouldn't lift off the floor. And then from here, just going to lean back as far as you can. And then we're just going to hold this position for 30 seconds. That's 15 seconds. And that's it. And then we're going to switch. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, then in this position, you're going to put your one leg across the other. You are going to put, so okay, let's see. Right leg is over the left leg, and then I'm going to place my left elbow on the outside of my left leg. Okay, and I'm going to do two things now. So I'm going to be pressing my knee in, and at the same time, I'm going to be turning the shoulder backwards. Okay, so in order to get a nice stretch like this, and then we're just going to hold that for 10 seconds. Okay, then we're going to switch sides. One side's always a little easier than the other. Okay. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, guys, then basically we made it through the list I have. Now we're just going to finish off by stretching out our ankles and then our 2-minute squat hold. So, to stretch out our ankles today, we're going to do ankle step backs with the dorsiflexion. So, basically you want to have your one foot be just in front of the other one. So maybe you can think about toe to heel. You're going to have to play around depending on what's happening in your ankles. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, the leg that's behind, the knee's going to bend, and we're going to drive our hips backwards and drive our knee forward. So hips back, knee forward, keeping that heel on the ground. Okay, and then the idea is so that this ankle would stretch. Now, if you have tight hamstrings, then your hamstring is probably going to start to pull before your ankle does. So play around with where you want to put your foot. Also, a slight bend in this leg also helps so that you're not so much stretching out your hamstring, but actually focusing on the ankle. Okay. And we're going to take it to that stretch position and then come out and take it there. And we're going to do that 10 times. Okay. So I'm just going to give you like a couple of seconds to figure out where you have to stand with your feet. Okay, I've got my spot. I believe everybody else has their spots. Okay, so we're going to do 10 flexions, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more, and 10. Okay, now for the other side, again, take a few seconds, figure out where you have to place your feet. You might notice a difference in your ankles. I do. My one side is definitely tighter than the other side. Okay, we're going to do 10. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more, and 10. Okay. Shake it out a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to do our 2-minute squat hold. So, I'm going to move my mat. I like a hard surface underneath my feet when I squat. Okay, you guys ready? Feet into your squat width. Remember, drive those knees out. Keep that chest up as much as you can. Toes into the floor. Okay, let's go. So guys, like I said last time or the previous times, this is just sort of general whole body mobility, but you should use these sessions as an identification tool to figure out where you might have some tightness or some range of motion problems, and then target those areas when you do mobility by yourself. Okay. Some of the stretches I include are more beginners. Some of it is a little bit more advanced. I try to throw in a little mixture, but you guys can always just do whatever you can within that movement, okay? Whew, what's the burning now? Okay. Proud chest, arms up. That's 1 minute. Another 30 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, time. Okay.